Hello everyone, I'm Karloz Production and I'm sitting here with
J Bustia
and also
Mikey.
the one and only. So Mikey, welcome to your first interviews podcast. We'll probably have you back here some other time, so
This is episode 5, 6.
I don't even know, we lost track. We just been busy doing all this stuff.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
Mikey, tell us about who are you and what you do.
My name is Mikey, man. I'm a rapper from New York, Long Island, and I just have a passion of making music, and I just love just who it is and meeting with other creatives like you guys and like seeing what like other people do in like art areas that make this shit like able to do this shit. It just makes it more consumable, make me want to do it more. Like I feed off of what you guys are doing, like, and I really do. Like I love that y'all do what y'all doing. It makes me feel like I gotta go harder, and it's just so dope because y'all are grabbing so many different things, and it's just so dope. Like for real, like it really is.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We work hard to make these things.
I know y'all do, and I do a different thing from. I'm really into like two niches, and I feel like y'all are in so many different things, and it's just so dope. And like the way I see it is like this is like a lot of work that y'all put in. Y'all gonna go far, and I just So I'm a rapper. I make music, and yeah, I just love this, bro. I just love this.
Well, welcome to the interview where we go deep. So, this is not just about what song you release and when it's releasing. This is more about who you are, how you started, and where you're going,
Yeah.
So tell us, how did your music career start?
So like, I don't know how. Okay, so like, I remember one time I was in the car with my dad, and Night Job was playing by J. Cole and Boss, and I was rapping the lyrics, and my dad was like, "Yo, like, you could rap." I'm like, "Nigga, what you talking about, bro? I can't, like, that's not gonna happen." And then like years later, like I went to a Logic concert, and I'm like, "Yo, like this is crazy. Like, so many people are here singing these words. The way he has control over the crowd is just like that's dope." And then the next day, I started like writing raps, and like for like the whole year of my I think my sophomore year, I was like writing lyrics and shit. I would like show my friends and shit. They were ass, like, they were like all like crazy and shit. I would show my friends, be like, "Yo, like, what you think of this, bro?" Like, sometimes some people be like, "Oh, it's cool." Sometimes you like want a full depth, like, okay, so like this is cool, but like this is kind of fucked up.
You want like a real, like, analyze your song and tell you what's good and tell you what's bad and help you, write better lyrics.
I had like one friend, his name was Rio, and we would like have rap battles through text messages. Like we would just like rap battles through text messages.
Y'all would send lyrics to each
other.
Yeah, and we'd just be like going back and back, and he would sometimes read some of my shit, and then like I got tired of like doing that shit, and at some point after quarantine, I started going to the studio. And
so this is recent.
Yeah,
this
like
is all recent.
I started making music after during the summer of quarantine. That summer.
Hold up, you ever thought about doing rap battles through like voice memos?
Yes, but like I felt like when you do certain things in music, you get your image kind of gets labeled a certain way. Like I want to create a songwriter. Like I just like on some like singing or rapping and stuff. But I would do rap battles, but like not seriously, probably for fun. Like say some stupid shit.
I'm saying though, you would text each other rap battle.
Oh,
but
yeah,
then
yeah.
you record your voice through the messages, and then you send them the message.
It was just a plain text.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Oh, that shit was crazy, bro!" Like that shit was crazy, and it would just be that shit, and yeah, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How long you been doing music then?
A year.
A year?
A year, bro.
Yo, you're pretty fired, cause I've had. We work together,
Yeah.
This just I didn't just call Mike.
We've all worked together.
We've all worked together.
Yeah.
But I work with you, and by the way you spit bars and like. It doesn't sound like you just been doing it for a year,
bro. Because
that level of talent, I've seen it in like all the artists that I recorded. It takes at least 4 years to develop that level of like talent.
Bro, it's because I've been writing since like junior year, and like, yeah, bro. I just started writing since junior year, and like I linked up with the homies like Soul and Dark Matter, Latrell and Karloz. We make music, we freestyle, and freestyling really helps because when people make songs, freestyle is definitely a majority of it. A majority of song making. So freestyle really comes into play with that shit.
So I really don't like recording artists that are like, oh, I'm just freestyle into the mic. I mean, freestyle does help the creativity, just come up with ideas. But whatever you spit on the freestyle is not necessarily gonna be great.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Like, unless, like, you're punching in, and that's what punching in... Even Lil Wayne does punch-ins, And that's why punch-ins are so dope.
When you say punch-ins, you're saying just without anything written, you just go in?
There's sometimes where I've done that before.
I work full songs with just straight up... It is a freestyle in a sense.
It's possible.
It is. I've done it. I've done it multiple times. I've done it with Cool
go with it as you go.
Yeah, so you're like, yo, I spit the da-da-da. Okay, hold on, let me think real quick.
They say Jay-Z does that.
Yeah.
They say Jay-Z doesn't write any of his raps.
And Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne said he stopped writing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to work, man.
I've done it before, but like I don't have my own studio, so I don't want to do it because I'm wasting my time sometimes. You gotta sit there and be like, all right, so I can say this. So like I come prepared, you know. I like to have my songs.
No, but definitely when you're going to the bigger studio where like they're charging you 80 an hour, you just want to sit there and pretend, you know, freestyle or whatever. You want to come in prepared, have your song ready, you know. And like I said, freestyle does help your creativity. You know, you just get ideas flowing through your brain.
Yeah, because sometimes actually it's the same thing with producing. Like you have, even if it sounds bad, you have to let that thought finish. And like I feel like it's the same thing with photography and shit. Like you have to, even if you think it's ass, you have to see the end result.
Give yourself the chance to see it through.
Yeah, even if that shit is ass, the for writing, the cadence could be cool and the bar could be ass, but you can come back to the cadence and be like, yeah, I'm gonna change it.
And then maybe the hook is fire too.
Yeah,
because you're like, I did this right, I did this wrong though. How could I get this better?
Yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
I've been getting into producing like this year. Like I'm alright, you know. But I've been getting into it like this summer. Like I went to Florida. I like did this cover art.
Yeah.
And like I made this whole beat, and the whole concept is just vacation. Like the whole beat.
You were definitely giving that vibe. I was looking at your stories for the past like 2 or 3 weeks.
I was just really
like this is your vacation, but still working on like, you know, covers and stuff. Like
yeah, bro. It's cause like I feel like when I after I graduated high school, I didn't want to go to college or anything. Like I felt like I heard so many people say they go to college and they just like regret it. Like, and then there's people that say they don't regret it. And you know, I personally, I don't want to go to college. I don't want to do something that I didn't really want to.
That was my thinking when I got into music. I'm like, yo, I don't need to go to college for this. But then I found myself in a position where I had enough money to go and I had enough time to go. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna do audio.
And I love that you do that though. That's fire though. Like that you're still keeping that close to the fire type of vibe. So,
so I'm like, I'm not gonna go try to be a lawyer. That's
not your path.
So, and I go to class, and you know the classes are easy because I chose the path that I wanted to do. I really like doing this, and I meet like people like Matt. Like he's a classmate. That's how I met Matt.
Yeah,
and that's dope.
I don't go to college either. For everybody listening at home,
a lot of people told me like
you don't need to go to college, man.
You don't, bro.
It depends on what you're trying. If you're trying to become a doctor,
I'm saying yes.
You're not going to do heart surgery on me if you don't have a college degree.
Sense. But like stuff like some of the stuff we do, you don't need to go to college to be a rapper, but you can go to college and
audio engineering
and be expert in other things related to being a rapper. Mm-hmm. That's not gonna hurt you. That's gonna just make you a better rapper.
You're not lying at all. A lot of people told me like, you should go to school for, you know, like liberal arts and shit, like for things I had no idea to go to school. It was like my brother-in-law, he just told me you don't. I was gonna go to college too, like mad aimlessly, and my brother-in-law was like, bro, you don't need that shit. And like my brother-in-law, he does his own thing and shit. And to me, my brother's successful without school, so that kind of put like a battery in my back where I was like, okay, so fuck that shit, you know. And
yeah, just know that success does not, like, education does not equal success.
Bro, I've been reading this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Y'all read it?
Of course.
Yeah, I've seen it. I gotta read it, bro. I have no time to read. I've seen all these great books.
It's an audio.
It's a staple in our culture.
You read it?
Yeah,
bro. Beautiful book. They talk about that shit. They describe how some people see people that go to school as smart, but like it's really sometimes it's not really.
You know
the
how
case.
Many kids I see in there and they're like, oh, bro. Everybody I meet at Nancy Community College is doing liberal arts.
Yeah.
Yo, what is liberal arts?
No, I think it's just a collection of like subjects that I just like math.
Like no, I think what somebody told me is like a lot of things. Like it could be photography, it could be art in there. It's like a collection of a lot of things. And that shit is. I feel like people go to college because their parents tell them to, you know, and that's not wrong. But like sometimes it's like some people listen to their parents, and it's just like fuck, bro, that sucks. Because I have a lot of people that tell me I don't even want to go to school, bro. I'm listening to my parents, and it's like I feel bad for them.
But then at the same time, if you don't go to, also be prepared. If you don't go to college, right? All right, you're not at the end of college. You usually prepare to go into a field.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to college, you also have to be actively doing something.
You gotta be doing something. You can't be broke.
You can't just be that's just like
just
slogan.
Just
you
don't.
can't be
Whatever
broke.
you do, just don't be broke.
Yeah, you have to be actively doing something that will generate money and that makes you makes you happy. You know.
Yeah, bro.
And if you're choosing not to go to college just to work at McDonald's, you know, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Nah, what's wrong with working at McDonald's?
I'm saying like the only experience you're gonna have by the time you're 25 is working at McDonald's.
Well, what if you want to be a manager and then you want to move up the ladder?
But
and then
I feel like that's kind of pointless.
But that's actively working on something.
I feel like
you want to be a manager.
Imagine if you're going to college.
You see what I'm saying then?
Imagine if you're going to college to be a doctor, and you end up working at McDonald's and you become a manager, and you graduate from college and you're just a manager the whole time.
Nah,
I feel like
being a doctor.
I'm not shitting on that, but I'm just like I feel like that'd be a waste of time. I would be mad at myself if anything. Like I went through all that shit for school, and I'm just a McDonald's manager, and that's what I'm content with. Like. I'm bugging. I feel like I'm kind of wrong for saying that, but I'm.
I know what you're saying, but I feel like if you're going to college to become a doctor, You gotta become a doctor.
No,
That's
but there's
like
some people-
300 bands.
But there's
for
some people that go to
tuition.
high school and they're doing this nursing shit, and then like they go to college and they go for the doctor shit, and they're like, yo, I don't even really want to do this shit.
They just saw the money and they're like, oh, that's really good pay. But they didn't really see the amount of work that it actually takes. And then after that, like, you know, you're like, oh, whatever. I don't want to really put in the work to be a doctor. Even if
See, for me, it's nothing wrong with, all right, if you're going to go pursue nursing or whatever it is, it's nothing wrong with that because you
Nothing.
got to get something to pay the bills.
Definitely.
yeah.
But you've also got to have something meaningful, at least on the side, that you can invest into. Because we do music, right? If we don't work jobs, if we don't do a 9 to 5 for the most part, if we're
It's
not
just
doing
nothing.
something, the music, there's going to be no money going towards the music.
And I don't
Yeah.
sell drugs, bro. So I
Yeah.
can't. I
That
can't.
too. I mean, if you're going to, hey, to each their own.
Look, you got to do what you got to do.
You definitely
I don't
do.
sell drugs, but
That's what's crazy. Like Carlos, like I really do applaud you. Like I see your stories and like you tell me that you have 2 jobs and like the way you work consistently, bro, is like I said, it
Look.
puts a battery in my back, and I applaud you. It's hard, but
thank you. Look, I post that for the most part is like really what I do. The reality, like you see me here at 3 in the morning, it's because I'm actually here at 3 in the
yeah,
morning. You
bro.
know? But to fund what I'm doing right now, it was just working 9 to 5 for like 2 or 3 years, and now I'm just literally just barely crossing the point where like this is actually just making
Where
me
the
a
side
living.
hustle is now becoming
It's like
The asset that it's becoming an asset,
Yeah.
now, and that's dope.
So
bro.
and the thing is, my job was really flexible, so I could call him and be like, "Yo, I can't work next week." Like I could set my schedule for my other job. I'd be like, "Can't work this day," just give me these 2 days.
This was at the restaurant, right?
The restaurant catering, so like they're super chill, and like I'm so glad that it's a flexible schedule. Where like last week I was like, "Yo, I only have Friday available," and then turns out I don't have Friday available. We're doing this. So it's like if I call, say Sunday,
They
for
work
schedule,
with you.
They work with me,
That's
you know,
perfect.
and
I'm
that makes me, and that it really makes me value the job too, because I don't want to leave the job either. I like it. I like the people there. So it's a job that I actually do like doing. Even it's long hours. You gotta be standing. It's waitering, but I enjoy being in a job.
You're
The fact
really
that it's
Spanish,
flexible.
bro. Like that's really Spanish people are really hustlers, bro. Like I love that about you, bro.
This is a different level of hustling, you know.
Yeah, bro.
3 jobs, bro. And then this too.
I'm so pussy, bro. I can't do 3 jobs.
Oh my
bro.
God.
Like
it takes a lot of time managing and scheduling, and then you also gotta watch out your physical and mental state of being.
yeah, bro.
Because
You don't be sleeping, bro. Like
I do, but like I'm fine, bro. I slept for like 4 hours. I'm fine,
Nah, he's crazy.
I know he is. That's why I asked
I
like
don't
that.
know how you could do that.
No, because after a while it just becomes it turns into a habit where like your body.
I understand.
Doctors say sleep 8 hours.
And you know
my
the
age.
craziest part? He doesn't drink coffee.
I respect you.
I'm out here on.
I don't know what that is.
Nigga, that's cocaine in there.
It's the dunking. I keep running on dunking. But my saying
Damn.
is,
Give him the
doctors
check.
recommend 8 hours. Like I do maybe 6, 5.
It's like,
alright?
what do them doctors know, right?
So then doctors don't know jack because I don't need 8 hours apparently.
yeah.
But I always make sure that I'm on top of. I always sleep well. Like I don't wake up out of bed and there's no alarm on my phone. I just wake up when I wake up and that's when my day starts. And I know when I wake up when my body wants to, I feel happy and I'm good for the day.
Yeah, I know
That's
what you
enough
mean.
sleep.
That's
You know,
dope.
days like these where I actually gotta set up an alarm, make sure everybody's here. That's the only days I really set an alarm.
Yo, so Mikey, what does the average day look like for you?
Damn, bro. I say that shit all the time. It's really just like, well, now because it's warmer out, if I feel like I'm not working, I'm probably writing a song, probably working on a beat. Sometimes I'm sitting in my bed playing a game. Like Ghost of Tsushima is what I'm playing right now. I don't know if y'all played that.
Is that
that?
you know about that?
That shit is
Is
fire.
that, is that like with the guy with the sword?
Yes,
and
bro.
I've seen videos of that.
It's hard,
that
bro.
whole look fire.
It's a long game. I feel like it's longer than Batman. You stepping on my.
Oh, my fault.
No, you
my
good, bro.
fault.
But I'm shifting. You said warmer and then like my body was like, yo, you hot. Like,
Yeah, and like I do that. Sometimes I write a song, but now that it's hotter out, I might get out of work and I might go for a bike ride. Cause to me, that's like self care.
You have a bike?
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta go bike ride. I have a bike.
yo,
So.
we
Bro,
gotta
I'm
go.
with
We
it.
gotta remember the day we went bike
Yeah,
riding.
yeah.
I was gonna
that was
ride it
good.
here, but I couldn't find the gate to the back lock, and I was like, "Fuck!" I didn't want to spend money for Uber. I was gonna ride my bike, and I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna have to do this anyways." But yeah,
Yeah.
I have my bike, and I enjoy riding. You
You
should
know,
ride
you-
to the city or some shit.
That
You
whole
seen-
fire.
you seen
I'm
Jake-
being-
you
I'm
seen that
being
video?
For real though, cause
I'm dead ass.
I'm being for real.
I'm being
You wanna hop on the
serious.
we
train?
gonna schedule it. Yeah,
Bro.
yo, we gonna schedule this one day.
Bro, I've been wanting to. I've never rode my bike in the train. I mean, in the city and shit.
Bro, it's fun.
You read my
I've
mind.
taken the city bikes because it's like a pain taking your bike in the train because whatever in the
Mhm.
parking.
you
for
gotta
park-
pay to put your bike on the train.
No, it's a pain. It's a pain.
Oh.
Like just having the
No,
bike in
it's
the train
not.
or like taking it in a car and then finding parking over there. I hate
Unless
that.
Nah,
you-
finding parking is terrible. in the
So I
city.
take the train. I go get a city bike. They take like 100 out of your car just to fucking ride the bike.
Unless you take the LIR, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Alright.
You take the LIR, go to Penn Station, and then you just ride around wherever, no? I'm tweaking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had that in mind, but I've yet to do it.
That reminds me of you seen the video of J. Cole just riding around the city on his bike.
I want to shoot a music video on the bike, bro. Like I just gotta make more doper music with like that type of.
Bro, I got you with the bike riders,
I think
bro.
I'm
with
with
the GoPro, you just put a GoPro on the front of the handles, and then you gotta be smooth with it though.
Oh,
you gotta look smooth.
We're gonna get to the old fashioned bikes. So
like the
that
ones-
big. Yeah.
Yo, but my bike a little my bike a little weird. Like my bike is cool though, but my bike it's like one of those pedalless bikes. You know the it's one of those
where you gotta like.
But I
crouch
hold it up
down.
here though, and I think I look cool. I look cool and shit.
Well, what about your 9 to 5? What does it look like?
I work at Wendy's. I actually have work in a little bit, but like I'm not really stressing it. And I have it's 9 to 5. I've worked a lot of jobs this year, and jobs is really hard when you have a passion. I'd be scared to get stuck in jobs.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, I guess
that was me.
I left so many jobs because of that mindset where I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it was just like I make no sense. I make no sense for leaving those jobs. Like they had, I was getting paid and shit. So I was working, and I just get scared to stay there.
For jobs, say artists, right? Artists make money different ways, and it's never it will never be constant. It will never be like, okay, you work these hours, you're getting this much pay. No. Like I find like money from like so many different areas where I'm just doing my work. It's like at the end of the month I do make a couple $1,000s, but like it's from so many different areas, and at the end of the month it's never the same amount. So it's like it is really different having like to worry about like, oh, where's my next paycheck coming from? It's not constant,
You have your high highs and your low lows. With
yeah,
your money?
I've had I've literally had my account at like negative 300 at one point.
Damn.
This year I don't tell nobody, but like it was literally negative 300, and then like 3 or 4 days later, like video shoot for 700. I'm like,
Yo, what Kendrick Lamar said? A real hustler loses money just to go get some more.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of money,
I like
bro.
that. That's a good quote.
When I came to his company, I was literally like $100, and I spent I went to negative 100 just to buy a hard drive so I could edit videos.
You're dope, bro.
Yeah, so like
That's
literally,
why you put that back. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I admire your work ethic, bro. Like,
It's pretty motivational, right?
Like
Just
I know
being
you're gonna
around
bro.
this
Like
man.
I mean this shit. Like you're gonna go far, bro. Like y'all both far. Like y'all keep the mindset that y'all have, bro. You're gonna go far, bro.
almost
Thank
definitely.
You're already going crazy, and I'm pretty sure you're exceeding where you thought you was gonna be from.
I
last
am.
year.
I did not think I was gonna be doing this like right
Yeah.
now. I was like, I don't even know what I was gonna be doing now. I just go with the flow and just ride the wave.
Go with the flow is such a scary feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
walk in faith.
Yeah,
For real, that's all it's about.
believe it in yourself.
There's
betting on
this
yourself.
quote that says every decision you take, you're either making it in faith or in fear.
Yeah, bro. Faith. It has to be faith. I look up to Russ a lot. Russ is like my top 5 like rappers.
Bro,
and
he's
my
I
pretty
feel like
good.
your
He-
rappers and
he
my
gets
rappers are
shitted
so,
on.
like,
We
we
have
have the
this-
same like,
Yeah.
Logic, Eminem, Russ, NF. Those are the top of my list.
My top 5 be switching sometimes, but Russ right now is like because like he just has like this hustler mindset where I agree with faith and shit. You have to say fuck fear and like leaving with faith. And I've been this year I believe in betting on yourself. Betting on yourself is the realest thing anybody could do. And betting on yourself comes with confidence. And if you really can't bet on yourself, then you're not gonna win. And that's something you have to tell yourself. Like you have to be honest with yourself.
You know what? I'm sending this clip to Russ. Russ, this is going to you.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to freestyle on momentum. Like
Yeah,
Russ.
we're gonna get you on the freestyle in a couple
Alright.
seconds. We're gonna get the
Yeah.
set you up for the freestyle.
On momentum?
Yeah.
What's momentum?
It's my phone. I turned my phone off, but it's a song by his. I'm pretty sure he produced it. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's a song he
It's
made.
a Russ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, Russ really gets shitted on, and
Not anymore. I feel like it's because
Not
he's
as
white.
much.
I feel like white rappers get
nah,
shit
you
on.
know what it is. I figured it like this.
I think it's his boss mentality.
Yeah.
It's because
confidence.
he's making so much money outside of the labels. What I think that the labels do, they pay meme pages and all these other people to shit on him.
But also, bro, it's also Twitter too. Like we was like, bro, you wanna hear some funny shit? So I posted on Twitter. I was under somebody's comments, right? And somebody was like, yo, like, who do you think is somebody that's so good and versatile from rapping to singing? And I was like, oh, like JID, Rush. And I was like, yo, not to like be that guy, but like me. And I sent one of my songs, and some dude, he was like, not to be my, like he took the quote, not to be myself, and he posted this picture of this dude sucking his own dick. And that shit was funny. Like, but it's like it's crazy because when you're
Wow.
confident like that and you have, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when you have that type of confidence, people is gonna be like, this nigga sucking his own.
You know
dick.
what? I know I have haters because of what I do and the way that I present myself. Sometimes I'm like, I'm a straight up guy. I'm honest. I'm like 100% honest, even if it hurts you. Like I had an artist come in and he was actually whack, and I told him, you're horrible. I'm sorry.
Yo, you're
like you still have
terrible.
years.
How did you tell it? How did you actually tell it?
He came in, he raps
that
right.
hurt.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I'm not feeling it. and you're not on time, the lyrics are good. He came in with a beat. Somebody else made him a beat. Somebody else wrote him a song, and he thought like he was gonna be Anuel, and just like just be able to off the gate have really good beat, have really good lyrics, and be able to like perform it well. But I'm like, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more of someone making you a fire beat, someone writing the lyrics.
You gotta practice that cadence,
and then you have to be able to jump on that beat, feel the beat,
And it's crazy because it's really about the energy that you got inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
So he thought rapping was easy, man.
Well, it's work. It definitely is. But prior to a recording session, you want to sit down with the artist, catch the vibe. You want them to feel comfortable. You want them to feel good. I mean, of course, it's always business at the end of the day. But remember that the artist, whatever they're feeling in that moment, it's going to go through the microphone and it's going to go to your ears.
Yeah.
And so,
most definitely. And I always try that with every single artist, And it's not, I did get to that point where like he was in his feelings about it. He was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm like hyped up and everything, but it was just his delivery was not there yet because he hadn't put in the work.
He hasn't practiced that cadence.
He hasn't practiced cadence. He hasn't had the amount of time to practice. Like he's literally months into his career.
Yeah.
But he thought it was just straight out like it was just. I'm like when you come into my studio, I lower down your expectations. I'm like, this is what you think, and this is reality.
Yeah.
Rapping, I feel like rapping is so obtainable though. It's like one of those things that anybody could really. You smoke weed, you could rap, bro.
Yo,
like
I tell people, music is not. You're not born with it. You're honestly not born with it. It's practice,
yeah.
and like I wasn't born a rapper. Like you think I came out of my mom's womb like rapping?
Yeah.
No, I practiced for it.
I like when you rap in Spanish though. I like when you rap in Spanish.
It's fire,
I've
right?
heard him. I heard him rap over like this mariachi beat. It wasn't I don't know. It was like some Spanish shit, and it was
crazy.
hard. I was like, you know what I'm talking about.
I
that
know
was
it's
hard.
hard.
It was like this Mexican.
See, I go out, I venture out to different paths because you never know what you like. I hear the beat and I'm like, yo, I like this. I'm gonna do something, that feels me.
Yeah.
And it was just in Spanish and it was a mariachi beat. Like, it was straight up a mariachi beat.
That's kind of cool. I like.
What gets you inspired to write music?
Fuck. Sometimes conversations with people. Sometimes like you, like in terms of hustling, like where I feel like I want to write a verse about me going so hard in life where I want to quit my job one day. I want to get money from this music shit and find different ways and different avenues. Goes from like a life conversation with somebody that probably like somewhere, like I had a conversation one time with this old lady in the mall. It was a dope conversation that should just.
You be having random conversations with people too?
Yeah, bro. Like I feel like
you too.
Yeah, because you know
look
what?
like that
Sometimes I'm sorry to cut you off,
you
but
good.
sometimes I'll have random conversations with people, and I start thinking it's as though God just spoke through that person.
I know
like
exactly
God
what you mean.
wanted to say something to me, and in that random conversation, I just heard it from that person. This one lady at Dunkin' Donuts.
Can you turn my headphones down, bro?
I think it's this one. It's the key one.
This one lady at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
She said.
You good?
She said God wants to see himself in every single one of us. It all led up to that moment, and she looked at me dead in my eyes when I said that, and it was as though I was like,
She preaches that a lot. I could see that she preaches that a lot. Like that's her.
that just that comes from her.
Yeah.
And I believe that too. It's like why would he not?
I don't know. I have a weird mindset when it comes to like religion and shit.
Yeah. You know my perspective on God, but I can't speak on that right now.
I mean, it's just faith. It's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just faith, and it depends on. All it comes down to is what do you place your faith in, and everybody has the right to place their faith in whatever they want. But I do believe that sometimes people place their faith in the wrong things.
Yeah.
And they might not see it that way. And we talked about this earlier, bro. When you was like, nah, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, we have people in the
Yeah,
back
we
just
have
watching. So we
talked about this
camera conversation.
Like when somebody is doing something wrong their whole life, and then you tell them like, yo, bro, that's not how you do it. They put a guard up, and they don't want to hear none of that.
Like when he told that dude he was ass. I'm pretty sure he didn't take that good.
I'm like, he's not gonna take it good.
And he's
like,
probably never had anybody actually tell him like, yo, bro, that's wrong.
That
and
shit hurts sometimes.
In the same way with faith, and that's the thing, like faith is to shake someone's faith. That's
bro. When I say I'm gonna be honest, be prepared to be hurt.
yeah.
Like I'm saying it. I'm gonna be honest. You know,
sometimes
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be fake. Hold on. Let me be fake real quick.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
That's it. You're getting my whole truth.
Honesty is the best policy. like I think I appreciate that shit.
You gotta learn to accept people's honest opinion, and sometimes it's just opinion. You know, sometimes you can't dismiss it. Like you don't have to accept it. It only hurts you if you accept it.
Yeah.
But like I said, in regards to faith, sometimes people put their faith into the wrong things, and they might not see it at first. But if they keep going down that path, it brings them to the wrong place. It's like that J. Cole song. He's like, good news is you came a long way. Bad news is you went the wrong way. And that's why people, if you put your faith in the wrong thing, you'll end up in the wrong place. Simple as that.
I've been coming to this conclusion lately where like there's people that like I interact with and like our mindsets aren't the same, and like I feel like an asshole in a sense because I'm just like I don't want to be around you or like really speak to you sometimes, and I feel like I'm wrong for that, but then at the same time I'm not, because it's just like it would be kind of a waste sometimes. But sometimes I still appreciate y'all and there's still love for y'all, but you know we just don't want to go the same way in certain things. So that's just how I've been feeling.
Rock with people that are going in your direction. You know, you don't have to just be with someone like, you know, hang with someone just because, you know, you're cool with them, you know.
Yeah.
I only rock with people that are going in my path.
Yeah,
like
bro.
if you go in different ways, like, you know, I find value in you, like you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But if you see me, I associate with people that are doing music, that are doing video, that are doing whatever, you know.
You want to be around that.
Ideally,
Yeah.
you want to be surrounded by people that have the same vision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're just working towards the same way and growing together.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
like if you are working with someone that's going a completely different path from you, like what do you gain from that? You know?
But you never want to be surrounded by yes men.
No,
Never
definitely
either.
not. That's honest people, and I feel like, would you feel like people that are on this type of like journey? I feel like people that are on a journey of creating. I feel like sometimes people be honest on this path. I don't know. Like I haven't came across somebody that was just like not honest on this path. I just feel like creatives are a little bit more honest.
Yeah, because we relate to each other.
Yeah.
We relate in a sense that it's hard doing what we're doing, and like we take judgment and we actually change our ways. You know, we take judgment, we learn to accept judgment,
Yeah.
and like, you know, so we just work with it, because as a creator, you're always gonna be judged. Hell, yo, when I started doing music, bro, people were like, yo, you're horrible. Your accent is terrible.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like, I'm like, all right, I'll get better. And you just learn to accept that judgment, like,
Bro,
you know.
I was watching this interview with Russ. I forgot what interview it was, but he was like, people that are if you're ass right now, you won't be ass in 10 years from now. So don't ever sleep on somebody that's ass right now, bro. Like no matter what it is, bro.
Now, that's a fact. As long
Especially if
as
they
you don't
keep
let
at
up.
it. Especially if you see that they constantly
Exactly.
at it, bro, they're gonna be so much better. Just because they're constantly practicing, getting better each time.
You miss all the shots that you don't take, so keep going, bro. Like no matter what it is, bro, you're always gonna get better, and there's always gonna be a different level that you're gonna unlock, like on some game shit.
Yo, Mikey, what advice do you have for artists that are starting out? Like, you woke up this morning and they decided they're gonna be a rapper. What advice do you have for them?
Believe in yourself. Really write a lot. Believe in yourself and take things differently. Don't take things personally. Take things as constructive criticism. Jesus.
Constructive criticism.
I appreciate you. Yeah, bro, just that.
What challenges will they face in their career?
A lot of no's, a lot of your ass, a lot of nobody listening to you, a lot of being alone when you are on a path, no matter where you are. You're always gonna be alone in that gym.
How should they deal with that?
Take it a day at a time, like what Mac Miller said.
Perfect.
You know, like, and this is really all it is. You just gotta keep doing that shit. And
Just
keep,
one day at a time.
Keep betting on yourself, and if you keep betting on yourself and you find a way to get better and you just fill yourself with more knowledge and more experience points, bro, you're gonna be so much more better, bro.
It's like I have this whole vision, but if I could get this one thing right just today, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then the next day, same thing, and it just builds up over time.
All right, let's give Mikey some constructive criticism.
All
Remember
right.
the conversation we had with Ali X?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had Ali X here the other day. When was it? Like, I was a couple
It was
days ago.
sorry. Last week.
I'm sorry if you know me. My memory is bad. It only dates back to 2 or 3 days max. But it was one day this week, and he was in here. We're talking, and after we go to the studio,
We were all
started-
bumping your music.
We were bumping your music. We're like,
Shout out Ali X, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, bro. He was bumping your music.
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
The
Yeah,
ones
we
we
were
recorded.
all in there.
I fuck with that.
We were like, yo, you know Mikey's like, yeah, I know Mikey. He knows you. You know, he knows you out there.
I love his I forgot what song it was, but I love Ali X is hard, bro. I
Yeah.
love how he's going more.
So we were like, yo, we're gonna have Mikey here come next week, and let's see how it goes. You know, he's a dope rapper, but we're like, you know, he's missing something.
yeah, I agree. So.
And we decided we're literally critiquing you in the back. And we're like, yo, we feel bad for critiquing him, but it has to be said because
No,
you know
we
he's
didn't
gonna
even
get
feel
better.
bad about. All right, so because we said it like this, everybody needs that constructive criticism, especially as you start off. And it's not Like the guy who just said your ass, that's terrible. Like fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But for somebody to really say, yo, I fuck with you and I'm listening to you. Here's how I think you can do better.
That's what we were doing.
That
right?
is so real, bro.
I'm
and
excited to see
all
what
need
you're about to
that.
say. I'm actually excited because I think I need to get. I need that.
It was a couple things, right, that were said. We're like, yo, he has the energy. He has that nailed down. He has the lyricism down. His beat selection needs a little work.
Yeah,
you know?
that was one of the biggest ones. Just sound selection, the right sounds. Because you have a voice, you have a certain range. So your voice is more like on the little between high and mid range. You know, some people have bassy voices.
Yeah,
deep
Ali X
voices.
is like, ooh.
Ali X has a deep voice, so he needs like a higher pitched beat to really complement him. You have more so on your voice is on the higher end of things, so you need a beat that's more so mid range, low end. So that's just one thing to keep in mind.
What else?
So when you rap, you sometimes go off your theme of the song.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, yo, he was spitting fire about this, but then he switched it. You know,
Yeah.
we want to keep it you want to keep it consistent because you know that's the theme of your song. It's like writing a song. It's like writing a story. You know, you gotta fit the theme. So that was two of the big things we really looked, and we're like, everything else is good though.
There's this one comment he made. He said the parts that he does good, he does great.
Yes, he said
And
it
I
word by
agree.
word, word by word. I agree with that
There's
too.
this because we're listening to this one song. I didn't know the name of it, but of course, you know, there were some pieces where it's like where I said, yeah, he could do better on that. But then there was this other piece. It was in the middle of the song, and I'm like, that was perfect. That I felt that was just, you know. And again, I want to bump your music with you like after this is all said and done. Or, you know, I know you have work. We'll do that one of these days though, and you know, just sit down with you and just explain like, okay, this part right here, this part right there. Because like I said, constructive criticism, right?
Works. It helps.
Having someone that says, listen, I hear you, I'm listening, I'm tuned in, and I care. So just hear this out.
Yo, I'm always listening, bro. Like I might not comment on it because you know I'm going through my day, but I'm always like, yo, what is Mikey doing? Like I'm popping on like your Snapchat stories, Instagram.
I do the
like,
same thing. It's okay. I do the same thing.
So I check up on people like, yo, what is he doing? Is he doing good? Like, did he stop? You know, and that's just what I do. I check up on people all the time, like behind the scenes.
I appreciate that. Like I appreciate your constructive criticism. How I see it is like as I keep going, it's experience points, you know? Because I agree with you. There's times where I fall off. There's sometimes with the beats where I'm a little bit sloppy, and I get that. I do. But then that shit is subjective at the same time. You know, there's sometimes where that shit works, and there's sometimes where it doesn't. And sometimes I don't stress it. Sometimes if I feel like it's good, all right, it's good. Work on the next one. Because sometimes if I feel like I'm going to get stuck, I'm going to get stuck.
Do you think you found your sound, like
Nah, not
It's
yet.
only been a year.
I think that's what you're struggling with.
It
I
still
think
takes
that's.
time.
I don't want to have one sound though. Like I wanna.
No, but there's like, all right. So me, I found my sound. You know, I
Drill.
yeah, that's me. Like the way that I flow, I know how I flow. I know how I'm gonna go. I found my sound.
And I found
But
my sound too.
It took me 3 years, but I found it. You know,
It's country music.
Really?
Keep going.
Really?
Introduce me to some country.
It's the Texas
woman.
in you.
Yeah.
You brought the Texas back to
I
New
got
York.
you.
But yeah, it's like it took me 3 years to find the sound that I really like doing, drum music, and the way that I flow. And like I always like doing the in the background. I love doing that. So that's my sound. That's the thing what I created. So if you stay long enough for this, one day you're gonna be like, whoa, I like doing this. I'm gonna keep doing it constantly, and that's your sound.
My favorite thing is being vulnerable in songs. I really just confessing just how I feel. But like, I don't think I'm ever gonna find my style because I like Russ. The way he's so in different styles is dope. Like I might want to do a fucking retro sound one day, you know, like the more time I stay in the studio.
No, definitely experiment with other things. But I'm saying one day you're gonna find this unique sound that you just like. It's just you.
Yeah.
When people hear, they're gonna think Mikey did that. And then obviously diverge in different paths, because when people just hear one thing for a while, they're like, okay, there's Mikey. But then you see you drop something different. They're like, whoa, I didn't expect that from Mikey.
Like Kendrick's album, yo. Like nobody was expecting that type of shit, bro.
I wasn't expecting.
I
Bro,
liked it.
We Cry Together was crazy. That
I don't bump We Cry Together.
That
Like,
shit-
I heard it, but it's not something I would just play in the car.
shit. I be playing that
what's
shit,
the one
bro.
you play me with the lose the
Oh, N95.
that one? And that
That one was hard.
And I'm like, why is
Take that shit
I'm
off.
like, why is it N95? I'm like, I remember with the quarantine, the mask. I'm like, oh, take off the bullshit.
Take off.
Yeah. So that
Take it off.
Take it off. That was fire.
That shit is hard. Baby Keem kissed him and shit, nigga.
That makes sense though, because think about it. In that line, he's like, would you sell your bro for leverage? And then Baby Keem kissed him. And that alludes to when Judas kissed Jesus and betrayed him.
He's
And remember,
going
I
deep.
thought that shit was just because you wanted to kiss him. That's deep.
And remember, in the video, he looks like Jesus, even though he shouldn't do that. But he was dressed like Jesus.
I agree with you.
So
A lot of rappers do that. I don't know what it is.
What?
A lot of rappers just like want to look like Jesus sometimes.
bro, we could go into that.
Yeah,
but
we could go into that.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's not interviews. That's deep reviews.
Nah, you know what? That is interviews though. If we're being honest, we could go into
That's some
that.
podcast conversation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a singular conversation that could go drag.
All
on,
right,
bro.
let's just keep it a stack. There's something about Jesus that the culture, because nobody does it to Muhammad. Nobody does it, like, when it comes to Hinduism, nobody shits on Hindu. Nobody shits on. Jesus is the only one that gets shit,
Because
that gets shitted on.
It's
Why?
like, I think it's because everybody knows what that is. I think that's what it is. Everybody knows what that is.
Everybody knows my man Jesus.
So nobody knows Muhammad. Nobody knows about Hinduism.
Nah,
Nobody
bro.
knows about
People-
Nobody knows about that.
Surface level people don't even know about Jesus. You know, surface
you
level.
know God, Jesus, Mary. That's
Sir-
like the order of like knownness.
Surface level people only gonna know about Drake's One Dance. You know, some of the most popular Drake songs. It's just about what everybody knows.
What's common knowledge, basically.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. So let's look at hip hop. Who are the top ones?
That's subjective.
Eminem,
All right, no. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about numbers. Who's
Eminem.
top in hip hop?
Eminem, Biggie, Tupac.
I got you.
If
Who
you're
else?
not, you don't have the list.
Nah,
then
I got you. I got you though. Like, these people are like set in stone,
yes.
high in hip
best.
hop. Who do you think?
Russ,
Uh huh.
J. Cole,
Uh huh.
J.I.D.
For sure. J.I.D. He's getting there.
I'm
Bro,
talking about-
He's getting there.
He has a lot of Spotify streams.
He's
bro.
getting there. All right.
He's
He's
there,
not
bro.
solidified yet. Not
He
in mine.
is, and my
I agree
eyes-
with Cole though.
Of course, Cole has
Yeah.
been around for a long time, but J.I.D. Mac, even though he's dead, but like he's still, for me at least,
Yeah.
and everybody, I feel like everybody fucks with Mac.
But why though? Like, why are these people? Why, when I ask that question, why do those people come to mind?
Because they speak to the soul. They just, when they write, they speak to the people.
yeah, definitely,
There
When-
we go.
yeah.
What?
There we go.
Damn, you went over my head, bro.
We still talking about Jesus, right?
We're still talking about Jesus.
So there you go.
That's
Jesus
why he
speaks to the
solidified.
soul.
Yes, he speaks to the soul.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Again, we could go deeper into
Yeah, we
it,
can.
but
Okay.
it's
So we're gonna start ending this podcast.
Yeah.
We dragged along a little longer.
we'll
than it
have
should.
this conversation another
We'll have
day.
this conversation in private, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
For sure. So Mikey, thank you so much for being in interviews.
For sure. Bro.
Jay, co-host.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for being here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got no choice.
I got.
I appreciate y'all.
He's minded to this
Yeah.
table. Like he doesn't leave.
Yeah.
Any last things you want to tell our listeners and our viewers?
Just keep believing in yourself, whatever you're doing, and don't listen to the devil, and just keep getting knowledge and keep believing in yourself and keep leading with faith. And
That's a fact.
don't ever give up on yourself. You miss all the shots that you don't take, and just keep going, bro. And I mean that shit genuinely.
I'm Mikey.
Mikey,
Alright. Did you still want to do a rap?
I do want to still freestyle.
Yo, pass
Alright,
pass
let's
me
get a
that speaker.
freestyle.
Pass me that speaker. Hold on, real quick. We go.
Big ass speaker.
I got tired playing rookie, had to take the game. And I ain't taking notes, I'm taking chains, I'm taking names, I'm breaking doors, I'm taking veins. What you worry about? $1 in my name, I'm trying to get it, but my bank account's in shame. I got my mom worrying about things that I don't want her to be worried about. I need $1 million, but that shit is not gonna help me out. I need the world, but I'm still living like I'm in a drought. Tired of all this debating, who the fuck is out? I'm top 5 and nobody really won't talk about it. And I've been working for a year and they won't walk around it. And I've been working on my fears, they ain't there. And I've been looking at the devil and he talking in my ear. And I ain't worried though, devil in stiletto coat, kill him with stiletto. And she slipping me some notes, but I give her throat. I eat the pussy on the first date. I cannot stop it, but this shit is up for no debate. I take it out for no boo, and I ain't paying for no checks. I'm out in the nigga, what is next? Corvette drop top, and I don't know, I'm in the yacht. Not yet, but I'm seeing this shit and this is coming through. Yeah, what's your dreams when you close your eyes? The roof ain't there when you looking through the sunrise. And I've been worried if I'm gonna die, but I don't give a fuck, I got a life, I gotta worry about mine. My dad's a dream, believing in my dream, yeah. He believing in everything I dreamed, yeah. I keep fucking it up. I'm worried that if I died, I ain't never gonna give up. How would you run if you come this far? Keep momentum swinging, keep momentum. And you come this far, don't only come this hard. I gotta keep momentum swinging. Yeah, it's the round 2, verse of the verse. Never gonna stop, but I just kill you, put you in the hearse. Yeah, I don't know, but we got digital horrors in the cut, looking cute as fuck, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, pasta. Yo, so I'm saying you go crazy on the lyrics.
Yeah,
like
bro,
like the closest thing I could compare it to is Logic.
I'm sorry about the cute. You know, I just,
The closest thing I can compare you, the only rapper I could compare to you is Logic, because you just go crazy and you have the energy. Like this like freestyle you did.
Yeah.
It was not like off the bat, you know. It was not off the dome, but it was probably pre-written, right?
No, it was off the dome.
It was
bro.
no.
Oh, my mama was
We
off the
off
dome.
the grid.
Alright, whatever. But, like, that shit was fire, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I fumbled a few times. I was a little nervous.
I hope you remember all those lyrics, cause
Nah, I don't.
He's gonna want a recording session with you.
Yeah.
That shit was
Got
cool.
you.
But yeah, your lyricism is on point, and that's why we brought you here, because that really, like, I look up to that. That it's fire, and
I appreciate
the
that, bro.
fact that you only have a year doing this, like, you know,
Yeah.
you're going somewhere with your rap. Just stick to it. Keep creating content though, you know, because the main thing is, if you do something and you don't record it or photograph it, did you really do it nowadays?
Yeah, that's
You know,
literally it.
If no one sees it, then you're not really doing it. You could be like the best composer in the world, but if no one sees it,
That's
you
why
know,
everything.
Just post your work,
post your work. Don't be
Yeah.
scared to post your work. And
Share your
even if
work.
it's just your normal life, you know, people like that sometimes.
bro. Just send your MP3s to people. Like,
yeah.
just do it. I'll be
Dropbox.
doing it.
I'd be doing it.
I don't
too.
even care if people don't listen. Like, I just still send it because somebody's listening. Somebody out there.
Somebody out there is listening.
Yes.
Well,
OD.
let's finish this podcast. Thank you for the freestyle. That was dope.
It's cool, bro. I
Alright.
appreciate you.
Once again, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Mikey. I'm Karloz Production. This has been the interview. Peace out.
Y'all stay safe.
Stay safe.